Hello, friends. Here's a question for you. Have you ever been in a situation where you were clearly wronged? Clearly. I mean, someone lied on you, someone spread rumors about you, you were falsely denied a promotion, or you were discredited, you were shamed, overlooked, disrespected, and on and on. Yes, I think we all have been there one time or another. But the question is, what do we do about it? How do we handle these situations? Well, there's probably 1,000 ways that we can handle the situations. And being human, we're going to put our feelings in it first. But I'm just going to narrow the ways to handle down to just say 3 things. And number 1 is that we could handle emotionally. As human beings, we get our feelings in there. And it's like, you come at me, I'll come at you. You cussed me, I'll cuss you right back. You lied on me, I'll lie on you. You disrespected me, I disrespect you and talk about your mama too. But yeah, we can go there. But that's probably not the best way to handle it. Number 2, we can handle these situations intellectually. We can say, well, I'm just... to ourselves, I'm too intelligent to respond to that, and I'm just going to ignore it, and I'm just going to be very professional and just not even address it. Well, that might work, but the thing about handling it that way is that the hurt of your feelings doesn't go away. When people do you wrong, there's some hurt, and that doesn't just automatically leave because you decide that you're not going to address it. It can stay there and linger and fester. And when hurt feelings fester, they can bring on a whole lot of other things. But the third way is spiritually. And that is to say to yourself, this hurts, it's wrong. That shouldn't have happened. And go to God and tell him how you feel and that you need help. That like, God, help me get through this situation. I didn't do that. And so God will help you, and he has a zillion ways to help you. Sometimes he might guide you to be patient. Other times he might guide you to confront the situation. And a lot of times he might use other people, people to speak on your behalf, people to write, the situation for you. So he just has all kinds of ways. But our job is just to believe that he will help us, that he will guide us. Now, I know when you're going through, believing is not that easy. I know, I've been there. Believing can be hard, but it's something that needs to happen. Now, I'm going to give you an example. I like giving testimonies because they're real life and they help you see that if other people have been through this, you can get through it too. One of my viewers told me she worked for a large corporation in a major city. And I think it was like a business and accounting areas where she worked. And so there was like a huge mistake, a loss of money in that department. And so the supervisor, in attempting to cover this, decided that she would be the fall guy, that he would report that she was the one that made the mistake, and that's why they lost all that money. And so she was cited with a disciplinary hearing. And she prayed to God to help her because, she said, God, I didn't do this. So she gathered her documentation to support her records and what she had submitted and went to the disciplinary hearing. And the supervisor was there too. And just as she was handing over her paperwork to prove that she didn't do it, the supervisor broke down and started to cry, just sob, and admitted that he was the one who made the mistake and to apologize to her and say he was sorry for doing that because God convicted him right there on the spot. God chooses perfect. God has perfect timing, and God chose that time to make him repent and to expose this situation. And needless to say, the company righted the wrong and she came out better than before. Isn't that a powerful testimony? That is so powerful. Isn't that inspiring? If we can only believe, God will come through for us. Well, I love that testimony. Well, I'm Dr. Delores Johnson Price, author of Victory in Everyday Life, 365 Daily Meditations. And I wrote this book because I really want to encourage people and I want to help them. So if this message, and it can be purchased in Amazon or any book selling venue, but if this message has been a blessing to you today, I encourage you to like, to share, to write a comment, and above all, become a subscriber so that I can continually encourage you and give you these wonderful testimonies. Well, my last thing that I want to share with you is that let nothing or no one keep you from having victory in your everyday life. Be blessed. Bye-bye.